Okay, awesome. All right, so we've got 30 minutes of yoga ahead of us. If you have your blocks, you'll want them to get started. If you don't have blocks, totally cool. I'll give you an option without the blocks. But we're gonna get started on our back. So if you have the blocks, I'd like for you to start in a heart bench tonight. So we'll stay on our back just a little bit longer. With a heart bench, there's a couple different ways that you can come into this. So you can have the blocks set up kind of like an equal sign where your head lays down. The bottom block hits, the top of it hits at about the base of your sports bra. And then the other block is there to support your head. So when you come down, actually, let me start my music before I come down and oops, sorry. That was not the right song. If you can hear the music in the background, apologies. Okay, so in order to come into this, again, kind of the top of that block, oh, my head just fell off, hits where your sports bra is, right below your shoulder blades, really. It's probably a better description, and then your head lays back on the other block. Now, if that feels crunchy and doesn't feel good, don't do it. You can also just come to your back and easy knees. You don't have to come into a heart bench if you're not feeling it. Your legs can come long if you're in a heart bench. They can come out into a butterfly like mine are, or you can take an easy knees here. But I'd like for you to just allow your chest to open here. And then bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly for just the first couple of breaths, and then we'll just release the arms. Take a deep, full breath in, fill up all the way to your belly, and then open up, exhale, sigh that out. One more deep, full breath, just like that. Fill up and exhale, sigh that out. And then just let your arms fall open to the side if that would feel good. Let your neck relax. And let your body soften and open into this shape. And I want you just to connect to your breath, follow it as it travels through your body. And I simply want you to be in this space for the next 30 minutes. So sometimes I know I need that reminder to simply be. There's always this pressure to continue to move forward, improve, work on yourself, all this self-help thing, all these things which are all great, but they're in our faces a lot of the time, day after day. And sometimes all we need is to simply be and just be present in whatever is. We don't always have to be pushing forward to something bigger, better, different. Sometimes we just need space to exist. As my therapist calls it, she says, without doing the heavy lifting. That heavy lifting that we do on the day in and day out through much of our lives. So your yoga mat is definitely a place where you can just leave all that heavy lifting behind. But you can also take up that mindset anytime you need to off the mat. And this shape with your chest open and your heart, your throat open, just allows the body to receive. So as you inhale in this shape, I just want you to inhale some good, something that brings you joy. And just receive it with all this openness. Take another breath in. As you exhale, just begin to bring some little movements into the fingers, maybe bring the knees together if you're in that butterfly. And I want you to gently roll off the blocks to one side. So don't sit straight up. That's a great way to strain your neck. Reach back, just grab those blocks and just set them out to the side. And then I want you to roll back flat to your back and just notice the space that you've created in your shoulders and in your chest. Your feet can remain flat on the mat. Take your arms out to a T and just let your knees drop from side to side. If you're listening to the playlist I sent today, this first or the second song, super cool cover. It takes me back to high school. Come back through center. Bring your hands around your shins, hug your knees in. Let your knees fall open and close. Roll your ankles and just massage from side to side all the muscles around your spine, around your tailbone. Breath here. As you exhale, release your feet to the ceiling. Find a waterfall. Your blocks may be near you, so you can lift the hips if you'd like and set that block underneath. You don't have to. You can also just hang out, fly, spine flat to the ground. Maybe a little bend in the knees. Palms are open, eyes can remain closed. And take a breath. As you exhale, the feet come back down to the mat. If you've got that block, I just want you to set the block out to the side, set your hips down. Feet are about mat width apart. We're going to take a moving bridge here. So I want you to press down through your heels. Big inhale, lift your hips, reach your arms overhead. Press down, lift your hips nice and high. Exhale, lower everything back down, arms by ribs. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach, press the hips open. And lower. 1 more time, big lift, reach overhead and lower. And again, I want you to hug your knees back in, this time rock and roll a few times. And come all the way over, find your tabletop. Stack shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, move organically. Side to side, cat cows, circles, whatever it is that you need. And find your pause in your tabletop. Finding your neutral spine, let's find a moving thread the needle here. So I want you to inhale, reach the fingertips to the sky, right hand. Exhale, just float that right shoulder, reach underneath. Big inhale, open back up to the sky. Do that 2 more times. Reach underneath, reach, reach, reach. On this next one, I want you to land that right shoulder, right ear coming into your thread the needle. Reach the left fingertips across the top or wrap them around your low back. Come right back through center. Inhale, right fingertips reach to sky. Set that right hand down. Let's switch sides. Left fingertips reach and float underneath. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, left shoulder, left ear to the mat. And reach that right arm across. And inhale, left fingertips to sky. Exhale, back to tabletop. Meet me in your downward facing dog. And pedal and move in that down dog. And take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forward, walk step into a ragdoll at the top of the mat. Bend your knees, grab opposite elbows, shimmy and move. Now release your fingertips to the mat. Inhale, palms to shins, lengthen halfway. As you exhale, fold. I want you to step your right foot kind of like a curtsy behind you, right toes or pinky toes line up. Squeeze your thighs together. Inhale, roll all the way to stand with that crisscross. Catch your left wrist overhead, drag your body up and over to the right. Come back through center, fold back forward, keep the cross of the legs. You might have to really squeeze here and just release in that fold for another breath. Step it back, hip width apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Left foot steps behind right. Let the pinky toes line up. Squeeze your thighs, roll, roll, roll all the way up. Catch the right or left wrist overhead, drag, whoops, switch sides, sorry, right wrist overhead. I had it right. Opposite twist. Come back to your center. Big breath in, exhale, dive forward. Hold, breathe. Now step your feet hip width apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach. As you exhale, find your cactus arms, open your heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus out, open up. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, step it back, down dog. Take a breath in. As you exhale, step back to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, grab your block, step your left foot back, find your runner's lunge. And I want you just to sway from front to back, side to side. Now, squeezing through the inner thighs here, we're going to rise here. So once you take an inhale and reach right up into your crescent lunge just for a moment, hinge forward, and let's come into airplane. So just a little bit of balancing. Now, if your legs are tired, you can always put 2 blocks out front and balance your fingertips on those blocks, or the arms can fly right behind you. Take a deep breath in, step it down, warrior 2, hips open up. And in that warrior 2, I want you to just sink and fold right into that front knee. Pressing that right knee nice out and open, getting the inner thigh really nice and warm. Big breath in. As you exhale, square out your hips, easy twist, top of the mat. Right fingertips open up. Full breath. Take another breath here. Exhale, hands to the earth, step it back, down dog. Puddle and move. Shake out that right leg if you'd like. And take a breath here. As you exhale, move back, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, grab your blocks, right foot back, runner's lunge. So the blocks are there to get your chest up just a little bit higher to bring the ground up. You're moving in that runner's lunge, getting a really nice stretch and opening through that right hip. Now squeeze your inner thighs. Inhale, high crescent for just a moment. Hinge forward, press into that left heel, find your airplane. Remember, you can have a supported airplane here. You do not have to hold that airplane. Take a deep breath in, step it down, warrior 2. Settle into that warrior 2, a little bit of movement just to really work into that inner hip. Hold your warrior 2, take a breath in. Exhale, runner or easy twist, top of the mat, right hand down, left fingertips to sky. Open your heart. Take a breath in. Exhale, frame the front foot, step back, down dog. And breathe. So we're going to build on that just a little bit more. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend knees, step forward, top of mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, left foot back, runner's lunge. Take an inhale. Exhale, high crescent lunge. Stay for the inhale. Hinge forward. Press down, rise, airplane. One breath in. Step it down, warrior two. Take the inhale, settle. Exhale, easy twist. Left hand down, right fingertips open to sky. Inhale. Exhale, Skandasana, back of the mat. So I'm going to move all the way into that left heel. Right toes to the ceiling. Of course, you can be in a lateral lunge too. You don't have to be in Skandasana. Breathe into that inner thigh. Take a breath in. Exhale, fingertips to the mat, wide leg forward, fold. Shake out your neck. Breathe. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, all 10 toes, top of the mat. Step forward, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On this exhale, your right foot steps back, runner's lunge, left toes out front. Take the breath in. High crescent lunge. One inhale. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, airplane. Stay for the exhale. Step it down, warrior two. Breath here. Exhale, easy twist. Right hand down, open up. Breath. Exhale, Skandasana, back of the mat. Strong in that right leg. Left toes to sky. Breath here. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. And just shake out your neck, your jaw, ease here. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, all 10 toes, top of the mat. Step to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, down dog. Pedal and move in that down dog. I want you to take a deep breath here. As you exhale, knees come to the earth nice and wide. Find a child's pose. Send your hips back. Let your forehead rest. Let your hips settle to the ground, to the heels. Now press down into every knuckle. Lift back to your down dog. Inhale, right leg to sky. As you exhale, bend your knee, open your hips, stretch out that right hip flexor. Exhale, step it forward, kneeling lunge. So with that kneeling lunge, remember you can always have blocks. Hands can come to quad, or you can reach overhead. It's your choice. Squeeze the inner thighs. And then I'd like for you to just press, stay up nice and high, but press the hips back over that left knee and sink forward and just press from front to back. Now press it back. Find your half split. Flex the left or the right ankle. Stay nice and long through your spine. Hinge from your hips. Sink it forward. Now I want you to frame that front foot, lift the back knee, just pick up that right foot and set it down into a half pigeon. You can always, if that transition doesn't feel good to lift, you can always take that right leg back and then bring it forward again. And then find a fold forward if that would feel good on that right hip. And take a breath in. Exhale that out. On the next inhale, rise. And I want you to very carefully sit onto that right hip. Swing the left leg around. Bring the right leg to the top. Sit nice and comfortable here. If you need to shake it out, go for it. Take the arms out nice and wide. Right arm comes under left. Either give yourself a hug or your eagle. Arms here. Elbows lift. Draw fingertips away. Slide your shoulders down your back. Sit tall and breathe. And take an inhale. As you exhale, unwind, just hands to the top of your thighs. Just move, bring that out, your neck, your spine, your jaw. And then when you're ready, just unwind, come back to down dog. You can take that right leg and just kick it out if you'd like. It's a lot of work on that right hip. Now take a breath here. As you exhale, send your left leg to sky. Bend your knee, find scorpion on this side. Let that left heel just sink, breath. Inhale. Exhale, step it through, find that kneeling lunge. Left knee stacked. Your choice on what that kneeling lunge looks like. Fingertips can reach overhead. Make sure your hips stay square, your inner thighs squeeze towards one another. And then same thing, hands can come to the top of the thigh. I just want you to press straight back. I actually like my hands out to help me balance just a little bit. Press, keeping hips and everything nice and square. Just a few times sinking a little bit more into that hip flexor. Now sink into that kneeling lunge, grab your blocks, exhale, half splits and the hips back. And breathe, hinge at your hips. Sink back into that kneeling lunge. Frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, lift that left leg, set it down into your half pigeon. Square out your heart and your hips. Big, deep breath in. As you exhale, find that fold forward. Inhale, slowly rise. Sit carefully onto that left hip, swing the right leg around, finding your easy seat. Left leg's gonna come to the top. You can shake out that left leg if you'd like. Sit nice and tall. We'll find our eagle arms on this side. Arms come out wide. Left arm under right. Lift your elbows, draw the hands away from your forehead, slide your shoulders down your back. And unwind. Just move through the spine, through the jaw. Shimmy, shake it out here. And then when you're ready, just take both legs out front, shake them out. We're gonna move all the way down to the back from here. And as you come down to the back, I want you to send your left foot to the ceiling and hug your right knee in, and then gently lower that left leg straight down. And just hug the right knee. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist it across. Left hand comes across. Right arm opens up. Look at your right fingertips. Come back through center. Hug that left knee in. Send your right leg up. Slowly lower right leg all the way to the ground. Same thing. I just want you to hug that left knee nice and tight. And now draw right hand, or use the right hand to draw that left knee across. And just look at your left hand. Come back through center. Hug both knees back into the chest. Just rock a moment. One more time along the spine. And give yourself a nice tight squeeze here. Wrap your arms around your shins. Catch opposite elbows. Deep breath in. As you exhale, release Shavasana. Allow your feet to fall open, your palms to open, and an easy breath to come through the body. And just remain in this space, present for these last few minutes. And on an inhale, bring awareness back into your body. Find tiny movements in fingers and toes and ankles and wrists. And then take a full body stretch and just breathe from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes. And now draw one knee in and then the other, rock just a bit from side to side. Settling on either side in a fetal position. And use the strength of your arms, press yourself up to a seated position. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center as you settle in. And take a deep cleansing breath, fill up through your heart space through the very pit of your belly. Hold the breath, and then open up your mouth, exhale. Sigh that out. Another deep, full breath in, fill up. And open up, exhale. Sigh that out. Now draw your thumbs to forehead center. The light within me recognizes and honors the light within each of you. Namaste. All right. And as always, thank you so much for joining me.